Good afternoon. This is Dolynny TV. Glad to be aboard with you here this afternoon as we get set up to discuss just kind of some impacts around the Edmonton Oilers in training camp thus far. Obviously, last night a victory against the Seattle Kraken in which we also lost Pickard. So kind of a tough go right there, and we'll see what it all translates out to for the Oilers here over the course of the next 24 hours. We were assuming we'd hear an update here today. We might not, based on the fact that it's almost 1 o'clock at time of recording this, and well, it's looking unlikely we're going to hear from the Oilers at all today on a Sunday in training camp as we gear up for what is the final week before the season. So that's that. Of course, if you're new to the channel, I want you to consider hitting the subscribe button here on the channel. Just stay tuned, stick around, have a good time, and stay up to date with your Edmonton Oilers. That's what I'm telling you. So, what we know is Pickard was injured last night in the game against the Seattle Kraken in the first period, in which Noah Philp got bumped into him and kind of ran him over there a little bit. So, tough go. Obviously, that could impact things for the Oilers on the start of the season. And that's kind of where things kind of get scary. I know there's some articles about that today, and I don't really want to dive into that too much because I want an update on it before we're talking about what the outcomes are going to be. And for the Oilers as well today, they've, over the past few days, sent some guys down, and Connor Clattenburg has been named the captain of the Flint Firebirds for this season. So a guy who had a fantastic camp for the Edmonton Oilers in terms of rookie camp, and then a little bit of main camp, gets the reward, goes down to the OHL, and gets to be the captain of his junior team where the Oilers have drafted him from. So that's fantastic. And obviously, too, last night was an interesting go all around for the Oilers outside of the Pickard injury, where you've got a situation where you had a whole bunch of fourth-line center potential players suited up. I think Noah Philp had a bright game, so did Derek Ryan, Sam O'Reilly, kind of a more quiet game. But everybody who was anybody that needed to be making an impact at this point of camp seemed to be in that lineup last night. And that was kind of right. You saw Dermott and Stetcher out there as well. So there was a whole bunch of guys. And I think now the decisions, if they don't happen today, will be happening somewhat tomorrow for the Oilers. Mike Hoffman was in the lineup last night as well. I think for the Oilers, it'll be very, very quick here that things get squared away in terms of who's left at training camp by, let's say, Wednesday this week. I think you'll be down to maybe about 26, 27 players. It might very well be the case by the time Wednesday rolls around, so I'm looking forward to that. But friends, the biggest concern is, of course, on our backup goaltender Cal there. And obviously as well, figuring out kind of where these two roster spots are going to shake out. I think Ty Emberson, I haven't had a chance to watch him yet in the preseason, I don't think, but I think Ty Emberson is a guy who is just going to slot into that second-hand right shot defense position naturally based on, I don't think you want to overplay Stetcher, Brown, or anyone else, and I don't think Emberson's necessarily your worst option right there. And at the fourth-line center role, coming out last night, 2 big games out of both Philp and Derek Ryan, so make of that what you will. I think Philp's my choice just simply because it would be exciting to see someone new, a bigger body, and a more potent offensive player in that position on the fourth line. That said, Derek Ryan's your steady Eddie veteran. He's been aboard with you for a long time now. It seems crazy to say, but yeah, Derek Ryan's been around the Oilers for quite a few years now, and obviously deserves that chance as well to run it back and try and get this Stanley Cup job done. So, friends, we'll await the official update today. I just figured put something out here on a Sunday after I'd promised you late last night that we'd have an update. But we'll go from there and we'll figure everything out as the day or tomorrow progresses here on the channel. Thanks for being aboard. I'm up on out of here.